Parliament Street has been invaded by a swathe of Viking raiders, from potters, woodcarvers and fishermen to axe-wielding, sword-waving warriors. The 20th of February marks the launch of the 35th Viking Festival in York.
So this is day one of the 35th York Viking Festival, and we are celebrating this year the role of extraordinary Viking women. So we are standing here in the Viking encampment on Parliament Street. This will be going all week, every day, and is very much the central hub of the festival, but we've got loads of other events happening all over town, all the way until Wednesday next week.
Each year the festival chooses a specific theme to focus on, and this year they are looking to the often forgotten role of Viking women.
Most people think of Vikings as warriors, and you'd probably be forgiven for conjuring up male men and big beards and things, but this year it's really important. We're celebrating the Viking women. There were some amazing Viking women that don't always get the credit that we now know about.
But they actually did some extraordinary things in the Viking Age. So we're drawing out the stories of a few different women, such as Ord the Deep-Minded, who led her people and settled Iceland, or Gunhild, the mother of kings, who was a really key political player and was the wife of Eric Bloodaxe, who was the last Viking king in York.
So we can learn a lot from the history, and I think it's important in empowering women, especially this year, that we don't forget that part of the history.
But why is the festival looking to engage people with this specific part of history?
York is a city that is really sort of immersed in Viking history, so much so that a lot of the layouts of the streets and the buildings that we have today were actually laid down by the Vikings 1,000 years ago. And so we think it's really important to remember that past and also think about how Viking culture is still present in our modern culture and maybe what we can learn from them as well.
The Vikings brought a lot to our society, including things like the Parliament, the Parliament of 12, that came from the Vikings, the Viking Parliament. So we've got a lot of influences from the Viking part of our past, and they were absorbed into our culture. So, there are a lot of people around that have got a Viking heritage.
The festival also aims to teach the younger generation the importance of history.
I'm a woodworker. We have living history here, so you can come here and you can see how Vikings lived, and that's really important. Not stereotyping them with, axe-wielding people that did this, that, and the other. When actually there's a lot more to it. Vikings were a group of people, and it's really important that we get that across, certainly within encampments, so we can teach the members of the public, and it's now on the curriculum as well for schools, so we can help young people understand more and get through the schoolwork as well.
From shield maidens to warrior princesses, the York Festival looks to shed light on the forgotten narrative of women. York Atkinson, That's TV.